What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So it kind of seems like that the Olympia prejudging for the men's open, that is moving at a very fast pace. So let's talk about Andrew Jagged, who was the one guy from last year, from the first call out, whom everybody was doubting. So there was no one who had Andrew Jagged even cracking top 3 at the Olympia this year, and that was because of his conditioning, especially from his past record. But here we are looking at the first impression of Andrew Jagged making his 4th Olympia appearance. So is this the most jagged version of Andrew Jagged that we have ever seen throughout his career? Well, I'm gonna say yes. This is the kind of condition which was expected from Andrew Jagged every single year. And finally the man delivered. So the hamstrings and the glutes, they are also in. And the man is looking pretty damn awesome from the first impression at the very least. So we will see more about the size on him and the pop on him once they start comparing all these guys. But from the first glance, the man is in a superb conditioning, probably in the conditioning of his lifetime. Now, there are so many guys I want to talk about here, but just as I mentioned, it's moving very quickly. But Derek Lunsford is looking awesome, so is Martin. And from the first glance, I got the feeling that Samson Dauda, he came in conditioned, but he lost a bit too much size. But let's see how he compares. And on that note, let's have a look at the first Olympia call out. So we have 6 guys, the usual suspects: Samson Dauda, Derek Hardy, Martin, Andrew Jagged, and the mutant Nick Walker. So that was pretty much expected. So I am glad they gave Andrew Jagged a chance to get compared to the likes of Derek Lunsford, because initially he was towards the extreme left of that first call out. So Andrew is making all these guys look kind of small. The man is looking like a total unit in this lineup. And from the way they are making them stand, in that first comparison, Derek, Samson and Andrew Jagged, they might be our top 3, but that is just based on the first call out. So Derek Lunsford and Samson Dauda, they were compared throughout the first call out and they were never moved. So they could be our potential top 2. So let's talk about the reigning Olympia champion Samson Dauda for a minute. So is this the most impressive Samson Dauda that we have ever seen? Well, maybe in terms of condition. The thing is, he isn't looking that huge as he normally does. Have a look at that side chest against Derek. He definitely lost some arms and shoulders. And also the density there while chasing the conditioning. And the same thing goes for his back double biceps too. So from the first impression, I don't think Samson trading so much size for that extra bit of conditioning that helped him a lot. And in my opinion, coming in flat, that wasn't worth the trade. And the thing is, that was the whole concern on how much of that usual wow factor Samson Dauda would lose, because this was his first time chasing the conditioning this much. So is it safe to say that the mutant Nick Walker, he won't be in that top 3? So talk about calling out multiple Olympia champions and then not even making top 4. And just him and Martin, they were compared in another call out, making that pretty clear. Now the thing is, all the people out there who listen to the mutant, they are obviously gonna say this, that all he did was just talk. The fact is, those structural issues of the mutant, they are there. And he was bound to get exposed in such a deep lineup, like the one we are seeing tonight. So he have made this mistake of chasing too much size after winning the New York Pro, when the judges never once gave him that feedback to come in bigger and bring more size. Because it kind of seems like all that extra weight, all that extra size, that went to his upper body, and that is why the legs on him, they are looking a bit downsized or out of proportion. So he will be extremely disappointed tonight, because there is absolutely no way he makes a comeback and covers so much ground to make it into the top 4. I will even go as far as saying this: Martin might end up beating Nick Walker for that 5th place. Now let's talk about that second call out, which was also amazing. Some awesome bodybuilders in there. So we saw Brandon Carey, Godvito, Behrouz Tabani, William Bonac, Tonio Burton, and Jordan Hutchinson. And guys like Regan Grimes, Rubiel Mosquera, Sazan Hirati and all these other guys, they were in the last call out. So we will talk more about this after the prejudging. For now, let's have a look at the final four-man call out. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So if you were in Samson Dauda's camp, you would be very frustrated with the way they ended the prejudging. So they started the final call out with Samson Dauda and Derek in the middle. And they finished that with Hadi and Derek in the center stage. Now, before we go deep into it, they compared them all to each other. Samson to Hadi, Hadi to Andrew, Samson to Andrew, and Samson and Derek Lunsford. Now, that being said, where are all the guys who were hating on Derek Lunsford so much, who consistently built this narrative that he will be outside of that top four? Because I think, right now, he's pushing very hard for that first place, along with Hadi Choopan. His legs came up big time. He was looking nasty from the side, as well as from the back. And even his abs, they were looking a lot better. So I think Samson Dauda just gave up too much size. There wasn't a single shot where we got this feeling that Samson is dwarfing Hadi and Derek. Something which he normally does, and as a tall guy, he kind of looks small for his frame. Now honestly, I do not see Samson Dauda in the lead after the prejudging. Maybe he can come in a bit more fuller for the finals show. But as of right now, the man looks to be in trouble as the reigning Olympia champion. So will this Olympia also come down to those same top two as 2022 and 2023, Hadi and Derek? Well, yes, apparently so. Because as per the prejudging, Hadi and Derek were trading shots. I mean, the back double biceps, that goes to Derek, but the back lat spread, that goes to Hadi Choopan. Now, one thing I do want to mention here is that, why don't people mention Hadi Choopan when it comes to his aesthetics? He looks stellar in that front double biceps, even next to Derek. Now, for the first time since Andrew Jack started competing as an IFBB pro, it felt realistic to say that if Andrew fills up his hamstrings in those back shots, he will be 100% unbeatable. He was so big in that lineup, in those front shots, in the first call out, in the final call out, that at one point, it kind of seemed like that he might win. Undoubtedly the best condition of his career. And at this point, it's safe to say that he's either third or fourth at the prejudging. So yes, I'm predicting that he might place ahead of Samson Dauda. So what are your thoughts after the prejudging? I personally think Derek Lunsford is leading after the prejudging, but just by a very small margin, with Hadi Choopan in second place. Because, let's be real, both these guys, they were trading some shots, and kind of seems like it's 4 shots for Derek and 4 shots for Hadi. Well, let me know what you guys think, and also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.